Hi, welcome back. We're here. Today we've got that same key ready to start that car. And today we've realized that we've been practicing all the sounds of our language that are consonants and vowels. We practiced and looked at the final silent E rules. And we have done a nice exploration of the sounds, the 5 sounds. Now, because I like a little bit of visual help, I have a very hairy R. This R was designed by someone who really wants to punch back at the vowel preceding it, the vowel before it. This is her. That is a strong R. Her first, that R is able to punch that I so it doesn't have an I sound, it doesn't have an I sound, her. Also, we know her first, nurse. That nurse is getting controlled by the R, that vowel. Then that nurse, she does something. She works. Oh, what? I see that in this representation of the sound, I have to have a W to help that R lasso the or to turn it into an So this is were. That W is very important. Also, we know what time she works. And she works EAR, early. Her first nurse works early. That page is important because we've been talking about vowel sounds and seeing vowels in syllables or words. There is no vowel sound when that very hairy and powerful R is around. So let's look at what Nahiku is ready to do today. First of all, she needs to make sure that she has her tools. What are the tools she needs? Most importantly, she needs her eyes on the task. And she needs her ability to carry the language from her own mouth to her ears. At the same time, simultaneously, she has dictated to her hand, oh dear, the hand left, to her hand what she is writing. When we incorporate all our senses, we activate our brain. Strengths and weaknesses exist, but we can make it copacetic. So let's look at Nahiku. Nahiku, do you have your tools?
Yes.
And what do you have for tools?
Different shapes and blocks.
Correct. Let's keep in mind that if the sounds are the same, the colors are the same. But if the sounds are different, we change them. What else do you have?
Colored pencils to underline different symbols.
Yes, because what Nahiku is doing in the course of this presentation to you is she is actually analyzing the words that she's reading or the words that she's writing. And everybody has to have a system. But I'm not going to tell you what your color code is. Whatever you decide, Nahiku, is what you'll roll with for that task. What else do you have?
A phone.
A phone is a very cool item. I have one too. I put it here because I want to hear and speak at the same time. And that's how we do it. Remember, in one of our first episodes, I gave you this tool. Put your hands on your ears and talk, and you actually hear yourself. And do you have any other tools at your disposal?
Mirrors.
Yes. Keeping in mind, you can use the mirror in your bathroom, or you can use the mirror that you put your makeup on with. That's a way to accentuate what your mouth is doing if, perchance, your ear is not hearing it. Thank you. So we're ready to go. Do you have your loose leaf paper? And now we're ready to look at how a small word or syllable can be changed, morphed into another meaning by just adding a different combination of letters. So we're looking at spelling patterns, and then we're listening for the different meanings of a word that could be spelled the same.
Okay, so Nahiku, now what let's do is let's review our sounds from her first Nurse Works Early. Why did you, when we did this the first time, why did you place those wavy lines over the letters that you did?
I put these symbols over the words because they are representing the distinctive feature for our sounds.
Beautiful. Okay, now let's reinforce that by color coding. So pick a color of your choice. In each column, underline the letters that make the sound in that word. And remember that our eyes, our hands, and our mouth working together is the most powerful way to learn. So please tell us what you're doing as you do it.
WORM.
And you're going to underline what?
Our O and our R. And this word is worm.
Beautiful. Continue, please.
WORTH. Worth. And underlining OR.
And what else is in this particular case, what other letter is contributing to the OR saying
RW.
That's right. That is a 3-letter
So in that case, she should be underlining the W as well.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and for that one. Underline the W as well.
I like that you're changing your color because it indicates that you've analyzed it differently. Very nice.
Now to our column 2 early. Learner. LEARNER. But for this word, we're only doing EAR. instead of both of the sounds.
As you have recognized that, it might be wise for you to underline that second sound. You analyzed it.
Very nice. And what's your word, Nahiku?
Learner.
Beautiful.
Her column. Service.
Okay, what letters say in service?
No, it's not service, it's serve.
Serve.
Nice correction. And what are the letters that make the R sound in that? The sound in that, excuse me.
E-R.
Nice.
And your word is?
Serve.
Oh, Mahina, Nahiku, do you notice anything about that word, serve, that you have learned in a previous session?
It's a rule.
The rule follows that you cannot end any word in the English language, which is V and U. So adding a vowel like a E to them follow the rule.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Moving right along.
Dinner. D-I-N-N-E-R. Underlining E-R.
And why are you underlining ER?
To follow our rule of the sounds.
Beautiful. Micah, Ian, what's your word?
Dinner.
Nicely done.
Circle. C-I-R-C-L-E. Circle.
And you are doing what and why?
Underlining I-R is our sound in this word. Third. T-H-I-R-D. I-R is our sound.
Very nicely done.
Third.
Yep.
Very good. Was there another rule in your previous word at the end?
Like circle?
Yes. How many syllables are in circle?
2.
Very good. But why is the E there in the second syllable?
You cannot have a consonant on its own.
That's right.
Needs to be followed by a vowel.
And in this case, what kind of a vowel?
A silent.
Silent vowel. And that's always most likely going to be E.
Those rules are getting pa'a in your brain, Nahiku. Very good.
Thank you. And what you have just done is talk to yourself. When you talk to yourself and those around you hear you, they know that you're on task learning. Thank you. Okay, we're ready to move on to one of two confusing letter patterns that are very early in education. We learn these in school, but to actually understand them and speak about them is what we're going to do today. So, Nahiku, you should have 2 pieces of paper in front of you and each of them split down the middle, hot dog style. Do you have that?
Yes.
Okay, at the top of your paper, on the top line, sitting on the line, I would like you in the first column to write the word in lowercase letters, hop. Right, so on the top line of that page on the far left column, I would like you to write hop in lowercase letters, please. Say and do. Say your word.
Hop.
What's your vowel sound?
Ah.
Very good. Go ahead and write that 3-letter word. Say and do.
H. O. P.
In the next column, we are, before we begin the next column, Nahiku, what do you notice about the word hop?
It ends with a consonant.
That is correct. It ends in one consonant. And what is right before that consonant?
A vowel.
That is correct. How many vowels?
There's one.
There's one. I'm going to tell you that we are now going to change your word hop to hopping. In the next column, you're going to write the word hopping, but let's first figure out what to do with it before we add the ending ing. And what did you tell me the word hop ends in?
P.
A P, one consonant. And what's before it?
O.
One vowel. And how many syllables are in hop?
Hop. One.
Correct. Well, the rule is you now have to add another P. Why? Because it's English. And English says if you have one syllable and it ends in one consonant, and right before that consonant is one vowel, that means you double the consonant before you add an ing ending. What would happen if hop and ing went together? What would it say in syllables?
Hopping.
Hopping, correct. So your task is to write the first syllable, think of the rule, say it, think it, and double that P to go with the second syllable. Now, Nahiku, you can pick a color, if you choose, to put a little mark between your syllables so that we know they're syllables.
All right, Nahiku, so show us hopping. Show and tell us hopping.
Hopping. Lowercase h. Yes, hold the paper. Lowercase h. O. P. P. I. N. G.
Excellent. Now, could you please pick a colored pencil of your choice and draw a line separating the two syllables? Ah, nicely done.
Hopping.
Hopping. Very, very good. Okay, now let's try that again with a different word. Skip a line.
Oh, on the same column?
We'll go back to the column all the way on the left. So I'm still only working on one paper, correct?
Yeah, we're still going to fill in that because those are single syllables.
Excellent. So let's skip a line. And below the word hop, I would like for you to write the word set. And please do and say.
Set. S-E-T.
Very
Set.
nicely done. Now I have some questions to ask you, Nahiku. How many syllables are in the word set?
Set. Set. 1.
Okay. What can you tell me about the last letter of the word?
It's a consonant.
What can you tell me about the letter before the last letter of the word?
A vowel.
It is a vowel. So if we're going to change set into setting, how do we need to prepare the word set before we add the ing?
Another T.
Yes, can you show it to us, please? Can you show and say the word
Yes.
setting?
Setting. S-E-T-T-I-N-G.
Wow, that's beautiful. And look at how quickly and confidently you were able to do that. What am I going to ask you to do next? Look up at hopping. What did you do in hopping?
Diversified the
Why did you put that purple line there?
what is it?
Syllable. The word syllable is escaping
To
you, I think, at the
show
moment.
the different syllables.
Yes. Maika'i, go ahead and do that for us, please. And then can we do this? And say the word.
Set.
Ting. Set.
Ting.
Ting. So those doubled up, the first of the doubled up consonant goes with the first syllable, and the second of that same consonant goes goes with the second syllable. So set, ting.
Ting.
Yeah. Hop, ping. Very, very well done. All right, I got one more for you. Ship. So we'll skip a line, and under set, write the word ship. You might want to use your other. Ship.
S.
Repeat your word first.
Ship.
Oh yes, repeat your word.
Ship. S. S-H-I-P.
All right, I'm going to ask you the same set of questions. How many syllables in the word ship?
Ship. 1.
Okay. What type of letter is the last letter in the word ship?
Consonant.
And the letter before that?
A vowel.
And so we know that there is a rule that says we have to prepare that word before we add an ing. How are we going to get that word makaukau? How are we going to make it ready?
Add another P.
Maikailoa. So, go for it. Write the word shipping in the
Shipping.
appropriate column. Can we say it? Can we say it with our syllables?
Shipping.
Ship,
Ship.
ping.
Ping.
So,
Shipping.
right, the first doubled up consonant goes with the first syllable, ship.
Ship.
Then
Oh,
ping. Yeah.
Shipping.
And that's going to help you to remember too.
S-H-I-P-P-I-N-G.
And what's your word?
Shipping.
Great. I could hear it that time. And we have one more thing to do with that word. And what are you going to do and why?
Forget the word again.
Syllable.
Syllables. Syllables. To find all the syllables in the word.
Yep, to help us differentiate the syllables. Yep. Can we do it one more time with our, we'll enunciate each syllable and then we'll say the word.
Ship,
Ping. Ship, ping. And the word is?
Shipping.
Very nicely done.
Excellent. And that was, Nahiko, you did a nice job with single syllables. But keeping in mind, your rule is all about what happens in that syllable. So if we go to the next page, on the far left column of that page, we're going to put a 2-syllable word on the top line, and the word is begin. Repeat.
Begin.
Very good. So you're going to write that on your top line, lowercase letters. Tell us what you're doing.
So the left-hand column of the second page. Okay.
That's right. There is a reason, and we'll show the people why we're doing it in this order. It's a 2-page rule page.
Begin.
Begin, yes.
B. E.
Very nice.
G. A. N.
You had a question. I heard it, and
Yeah.
so did Mahina.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I'm going to look at myself when I say the word begin, and then I will say began. Did you hear a difference?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think the difference is?
ING instead of
Begin.
begin.
So listen and say. Say begin.
Begin.
What's the final sound that you hear in begin?
Like an E.
Begin.
In.
In, right? So over here, I see an, but we're hearing in. So how can we fix that so that it says begin?
An I.
Go ahead and make that correction.
Just make your correction. This is not time for you to erase. Just line it out and do it again. This is your reference book. Good. How many syllables did you have there?
Begin. 1.
Look in your mirror again.
Begin. 2.
2. There are 2. In the first syllable, what does that vowel sound like? Say it.
Begin.
So the first syllable is
B.
the E.
E.
The second syllable is,
Gin.
and you spelled it?
Gin.
That is correct. You now have 2 syllables. We're going to go to the next column. We're going to take that same word and add ing to it. So it is the beginning. Repeat.
Beginning.
Very good. Now you're going to have to say your syllables, tell your hand how to write them, and continue. Go ahead.
Okay, so Nahiku, what is our word?
Beginning.
We're going to work there. What is the word that we're starting off with?
Begin.
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 Okay, we can say it one more time. And can we emphasize that I sound in begin? Begin.
Begin.
So let's look, can we look at ourselves in the mirror? And I really want us to think about that sound. Okay, one more time. Looking at the mirror. Begin. Begin. And
begin.
okay, good. Alrighty, now. How many syllables do we see in the word begin?
2.
Nice. What's the first syllable?
Begin.
Okay, what's the second syllable? Gin. Let's look at gin. In fact, get that purple pencil out now and separate the first syllable from the second syllable. Okay, now tell me again. What does the second syllable sound like?
Begin.
The second syllable. So everything to the right of the line.
Gin.
Gin. Okay. One syllable. What's the last letter in the syllable gin? What type of letter? Just look at gin.
Consonants.
Yes. What's the type of letter before that?
A vowel.
So we have a syllable. What is it?
A vowel.
What's the syllable?
An N.
Gin. Last letter is a
Consonant.
consonant. Before that we have a
Vowel.
vowel. Oh my gosh, it is the same rule as what we have been doing here. Okay, so how are we going to write beginning? What do we need to do to make begin makoko to add the ing?
Another G.
What's the last letter in begin?
An N.
Yeah, so let's write it. Our word is beginning. What's our word?
Beginning.
Okay, go for it. Over here. And do and say.
B E G I N. Another N.
Correct.
ING.
Correct. Okay, can we do that by syllables? So let's put our hand under our chin and let's say the word beginning.
Beginning.
Do it by yourself.
Beginning.
One more time.
Beginning.
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 Beginning. Okay, so now get your purple pencil and divide that word up into the syllables that you heard. Beginning.
Beginning.
Ning. Yep. So how many syllables?
3.
And what's your word?
Beginning.
Excellent. Very, very well done. Now, there are other there are other letters that you can add to words that will change their meaning a little bit, right? So we've been working with ing. If there are other ways, other letters to add. So we're going to start off with forgot, and we're going to work our way to forgotten. So, do you think that you can write the word forgot for me under the word begin? And so, what is your word?
Forgot.
Okay.
F O R.
What's your syllable?
Forgot.
Now your second syllable is
G O T.
Very well done. What is your word?
Forgot.
Okay. Let's do this just so it solidifies. Okay. Begin.
Forgot.
Very well done. Now we're gonna write forgotten. Okay. Can you say the word forgotten?
Forgotten.
Okay. So think about everything we've been doing before adding the ing here. Okay.
So,
And
So-
we're gonna do something very similar here, except we're gonna have a different ending. The ending is N. How do you think we'll spell N? What do you hear?
E-N.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's divide forgot. Let's use our purple pencil and let's divide forgot into
For
nice.
got.
Okay, now just look at the second syllable.
Got-ing.
Just right.
Oh.
Just right. Just this one right here. What's the second syllable?
Got.
Okay. What type of letter is the last letter?
Consonant.
And the letter before that?
Vowel.
Ooh. Right? Same situation.
Yes.
So before we add the N, what do we have to do to make this makoko? To make it ready?
The N to it.
We're going to add the N, but before we add the N, remember, if we have a syllable,
Before we need to add another T.
yeah. Okay, go for it. Oh, over here.
Oh.
Forgot just has one T, but now you're going to write, what are you writing?
Forgotting.
Forgotten.
Forgotten.
Yeah, no, we're no longer doing ing, we're doing N.
Forgotten.
Okay, so what did we say? What have we been doing with the last consonant? Remember hop, hopping?
The T.
Yeah.
Missing
And
the
you
T.
left yourself some room there, so perfect. Yeah, that's it. And what's the word?
Forgotten.
And can you show me the syllables?
For. Got. Ten.
Yeah. And your word one more time.
Forgotten.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So these suffixes that we're adding slightly change the meaning of the word. And then we just kind of got to get that word ready, right? Get the original word a little bit ready before we add on the endings, okay? When it ends with a consonant and there is a single vowel, when it ends with a single consonant and there is a single vowel right before, okay? So I'm going to give you another word, Nahiku, because you are so ready. The word is excel, okay? There's no S in that word. Excel. Think about the rules, you know.
Like a C.
Okay, yeah. So let's do our syllables and let's say the word.
Excelled.
Just excel.
In a sentence, you
now.
might do that for her.
I will. I excel at drawing because I do it very often. That is not true. It just came to mind because I'm going to take a drawing class. Okay. Excel. Okay.
Excelled.
Just excel.
Excel.
How many syllables is that?
2.
Okay. What do you think that, what sound do you hear first? Let's start with that.
A. An E.
Okay.
C.
Excel.
X.
So you want to listen to yourself? What does it sound like?
Excelled.
Just excel. We're not making it past tense yet. Just excel. Okay, so E. Yeah, look at your chart. You can just look at your chart.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for a particular sound?
Yes.
And what is that sound?
X.
It's sliding through your mouth.
It sounds like a
One letter.
kind of sounds like a C or an S and a T.
It does sound, it could, there are several different combinations of letters that you could put together to make the k sound. This time we're looking for one letter. It's really small on this chart right here because we don't use that letter very often at all.
It's an X.
Yep.
It is. And it's an X, even though it's in your mouth as if there are two sounds coming out, but they're just sliding together.
So you're correct, Nahiko. It is an X. And that's our first syllable, X.
X.
Now, the second syllable is cell. How are we going to write that without an S? Think about the rules, you know.
C. X. C.
C. Write down the C. Now, what's the last sound? We have
X. Sound.
X.
E.
Oh, your mouth is open.
You said it. You just said it.
X. Excel. E. L.
That is Excel right there. You just wrote a not easy word that could have been written in a lot of different ways, but not be the correct spelling, but sound correctly. This is the correct spelling. Okay, so what is the word, Nahiku?
Excel.
Very nice. Can you say it again?
Excel.
Can you do it in syllables, please?
Excel.
Beautiful. Excel.
Excel.
Okay. And the only reason why I ask you to repeat and do over is to try and get it to stick there, yeah? So, can you now use your colored pencil and show the division of the syllables?
Excel.
Okay. Now we're going to be going into the word that you've really been wanting to go to. It's excelled. Okay, we're going to go to excelled. So look at the last syllable, or look at the second, same thing. Second syllable here, last syllable. What type of letter is the last letter?
A consonant.
And the letter before that?
A vowel.
Okay, so if we want to add our ending, okay, excelled.
Must add another L.
Beautiful. Go ahead and get started.
E. X. C. E. L. L. E. D.
Beautiful. Yes. Nahiku, what is your word?
Excelled.
Very well done. Let's make it more in our brain. Put your hand under your chin. Syllables. Go. Excelled. How many syllables?
Three.
Excelled. Watch my jaw. Excelled. How many times did my... Can you do that though? What I just showed you?
Excel.
You felt that?
Yes.
Excelled. 2. Boom, boom. Okay. And go ahead and show me the line that divides them into syllables. And there's only 2. Yep, that's it. Beautiful. Very well done, Nahiko. Okay.
Mahalo for tuning in. You've just experienced another piece of the English language fundamentals. It's as if we're braiding a strong rope. Join us again. Ahui ho.